Hey, welcome back to another episode from Life for Living Well. My name is Richard, and before I dive into the topic for us this week, I'd like to quickly say if you'd like to know or support the community, you can find more about what the Life for Living Well do. And you can also follow us on the YouTube. So we do simultaneously release the podcast, the article, and the YouTube video for each of the series that we release every week. So if you do like to know much or read more about some of the books or articles or adventure that we're working on or releasing, you can find it out on our website at www.lifeforlivingwell.com. So you put everything together as www.lifeforlivingwell.com. This week, the topic I'll be presenting to you is what I call Let It Be. I normally start the podcast is to take one inspirational word from individual that their word having waves and synergy for the topic that I'm trying to present. And this week I'm taking from Dembashi Murida. So what does she say? You dream big, work with passion, and then let it be. So let it be is out of your control. But what you can do is some of the actions that are within your control. So when you let it be, which is more powerful than being courageous. It will take courage to take action, but you also take a power above courage called acceptance to not overly focus on the results of your action. Because mostly you may get the outcome you want. So often you might not get the outcome you want. And if you are not attached more to the outcome initially, it will not soften your resources to push forward. So this particular topic is what I call Let It Be. So this week we'll be looking at number 1, how to remain internally peaceful even if our external worlds are chaotic. Number 2, be in tune with the law of nature. So I don't know about you, but if you just pay attention to things around you, the birds could teach you a lesson. Even when you look at the trees around your house or your street, they don't have the same shape, the same weight, the same size, but they all contributing to the cosmos that they live in, that they exist with. So to rise above ashes, it requires a change of attitude and behavior, which breeds confidence that everything is going to be all right. You know, it's amazing when you have that deep feelings of assurance that regardless of what you're going through right now, everything's going to be all right. You wake up with a smile in your face. Someone was told me, which happened to be a very old friend, once told me one day, after always trying to listen to what he's trying to say, he always have a one thing or the other going on in his world. And then he turned around, he said, "You are the most luckiest person." And I said, "What made you think I am the most luckiest person?" And he said, "Because you don't have any problem." Then I asked another question, "What makes you think I don't have any problem?" And then he said, "Because you don't complain about anything. Everything seems perfect." No, every human being have one challenges or the others. And it's our attitude to these challenges that tells a lot about who we are or who we want to be. This individual never asks about how I'm doing. Just think like he's the only one having challenges, and you want to talk about it every time you connect it. Yes, it's draining, but just show you an insight that even when you project a confidence to the world, your confidence is based on something solid, knowing that you've been in this similar or opposite situation before, you're having challenges before, and you swim to pass through those challenges without you being consumed by it. So this is very difficult to achieve because many people are still overwhelmingly affected with fear, loss, and change. When you no longer paralyzed because of fear of loss, because you didn't attach to the status, you didn't attach to the outcome of your project. Of course, you are a human being, you have aspiration. When what you want didn't come on, it's naturally to feel disappointed. But that should not kill your hope of create what you want to create. So someone once said that when things are difficult and you are not able to achieve your dream, don't abandon your dream. Change the process that you are trying to achieve it. Perhaps you're trying to do it in 3 days. It may well take you 5 days. It may well take you 6 days. What many people will do is to abandon it. Most like this thing said, opportunity show itself with the hard work. And when many people say the hard work, they bet. And there's a thin line between being successful and being a failure. Thin line. It pains me, it's painful for me sometimes when somebody's so close to me and I ask them, what are you reading? And they will only just show you a snaps on their Instagram, on their Facebook feeds. And these are the people that they can read, but they didn't read things that actually inspire or grow them as a person. Sometimes, occasionally, when I go through the numbers of countries, people that listen to this podcast, you come to a conclusion that we are not all in the same stage in our life. And you see a proportion of women that actually follow the podcast, and you see less proportion of men that actually try to develop and grow themselves. And then you realize that these two groups are going to cross into each other's life. And you imagine that when you are dealing with someone that still not know who they truly are, you can imagine the kind of drama, chaos that will be involved in that relationship. So the emotion those elements invoke in us make it very difficult to take a both short and long-term view of an event. As much as we delude ourselves that we can control the outcome of our experiences in life, we will continue to experience chaotic emotions and feelings that have a longer damage to overall or opposites of what we want. Reality suggests we do not have control over many things. you see so many family dramas. It's just purely because one group of people, mostly parents, have a lot of expectation on their children when they are younger. When these children have become adults, the same parent want to choose who they should marry. They wanted to decide how good looking their partner should be. They also have a lot of expectations on their children, sometimes unspoken one mostly, and it's have to do with different culture. This play out different way from different cultures. Some cultures expect that their children will take care of them, so what they do is not to have a retirement fund aside, not to put investment aside, not to save money for their own older age, expecting that their children should take care for them. So what now happened? They created expansive lifestyle when they are young and working. So when they are old, they expect their children to continue to support that lifestyle. Any suggestion for them to adjust their lifestyle is going to create a lot of conflicts and back and front. So at the end, it creates a lot of drama for everybody. And when you have constant drama in your space, you are attracting more lower level of energy that creates stress to your body and result to the physical illnesses. And this cycle continue. It's always interesting when someone cannot say, but they claim that they can say. And you can see clearly that they have no eyes to say. But because they speak with a strong opinion, you easily think like their opinion is right. Only when you put it on the scale and you realize how erroneous is their beliefs are. So, why this particular topic is important this week is let it be. So many things have been happening in our world for the last 2 years. Some of those things is out of our control. Pandemic, how we work, our friendship, time we spend with them, our family. We lost people in the family, new people join the family. Friendship change, people change, earth change. When we let it be, we have a chance to experience internal peace, which is our natural nature. That is our highest version of our nature. A bird do not worry about what you will eat tomorrow. Tomorrow come and you eat. A man should not worry about how much you make a day. He creates the wealth. He creates the values. And it depends how much of value he created. It depends how much of income he get from it. That's the law of the nature. If you don't put seed on the ground, you don't expect the result to come. And if you do plant apple, you don't expect banana to grow. It's against the law of the nature. How big is your banana is out of your control. But there's a little you can do to contribute to it. Get the knowledge how to get the best out of your seed. Educate yourself. The same thing with life. There's so many things that we will never be able to know. When we're a child at home, growing up, depends on the family you came from, the culture. The school will not be able to tell us because it's out of their scope. Many people don't know anything about finances, so they could not plan for what will happen in their life in 40 years' time. Many people don't know anything about relationship except that the emotional side of it, the chemical side of it, they lost this physical side of it. Oh, she looked lovely, I want to be with her. Relationship is more than that, but that's what most people know. Friendship. Not all friendship can go deep. Some friendship can just be a friendship of service. What can I get from it? At least if you know and you're okay with it, you can still go along with it. But most people are looking for something more deeper than that. But when they find themselves in a situation like that, they get really angry. And they're angry because they're projecting their own values upon the other person. That person come to their life, already see what they are, and they think they might be useful for them. So many things that we don't know, and to claim and suggest that we know is erroneous belief. So I'll tell you a little story. The story of a man who have sold his precious inherited farm. One day, packed his family and sojourned to a long foreign land for news of imagined wealth through mineral resources. Along his journey, suffered many afflictions. One of them is sickness, robbery, and worse, his family. He lost his family along the line, his wife and 3 children. When he now arrived to the promised land that he heard about his people of his city talking about. So he got to the promised land that he left everything for. He ended up in liberal work. So because people in the city that he sold his asset for were also heard about the news, but they have not met a person that really knows the location. So when he was asking in the new land, where is this place that they find the new mineral that is so powerful that if you find one, you don't need to work anymore in your life, because it will generate so much wealth for you that you will be the most richest person in the whole wide world. So when he asked the locals answered him, we heard about it as well, but we don't know where he is. So he was confused because he has to travel for months to arrive to their land. And the people that are already in that land, they don't even know where this location in the land they can find the mineral resources that will generate abundant wealth. And worse, they told him that the person that bought his farm have found the lithium element he was searching for after a few months while he was still on the road. So before he even arrived to a promised land, his own farm that he sold, the person that bought it find a element that generates so much wealth that if he doesn't want to work anymore in his life, he doesn't need to work anymore. At the end, the farmer died of heart failure. So we have countless stories like this, but what they have in common is that what will happen will happen. Wealth already where it is and not far away land. It is the same state of his mind, not the outside of it. So if his mindset is always better other way around, he will forget to look to where he is at the moment. He will always look far away, even though the key to his life change is within him. A farmer does not lose sleep of his crops. He planted because they will grow when all the conditions necessary are available. So, bringing this toward the end, What are the conditions? The farm is your mind, that you can expand it to capacity you can imagine. Your character is your seed. Please water it, nurture it, and look after it through what you conceive, thoughts, and association you keep. What happened then is out of your control, and this is where you will practice let it be. When we let it be, we will no longer force the outcome of the experience because of the condition to plant our seed, which our ideas. People that live like this are not only helpful to our world, but they planted a seed of change for generations to come. Let it be. Do not disturb your peace. Focus your work on what you have control of. Your mind, when it serves you, is a great servant. But when it will rule your mind, when your mind rules you, it's a terrible master. So do not let your mind rule you. Be the master of your mind. Let it be. So bringing the podcast to the end this week, and I hope that it helps someone. If you have any question, give me a shout, and I shall be able to get back to you as soon as possible. You can do that through our website. You will find a contact me form, and just shoot me an email or message, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much for your time this week. I hope you are well, and please stay safe. Ciao.